Look at that. Hey guys, AJ here back with another one for you. So guys, the following clip is from one of my live streams. Guys, I go live Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So guys, come and join the lives. We laugh, we cry, we laugh until we cry. And before we get into this clip, guys, like, subscribe, drop a comment. I have a second channel called 50304s. Go and check that out. And hit that join button because it really helps the channel out. And let's get into this.
The young women who wouldn't hesitate to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars on Taylor Swift tickets, for example, now are, according to the Wall Street Journal, recession-proofing their life. What does that mean? It means they're spending less, not to put...
It means that's how they should have been living in the first place.
Exactly.
That's meaning that they're living like dudes. Guys, if there's one thing that I can tell you guys, Lenny, you're about my age, right? And you're older than I am,
47.
Right?
I'm 47.
Yeah.
Yep.
Guys, live below your means, live cheap. You don't have to make a lot of money to save and invest. You don't, guys. If you make, $20, $25 an hour, guys, and you live in an inexpensive area, rent a room and a house. You don't even need your own place. Or get an apartment and get a roommate. Or get a studio. Live the cheapest that you can. Get a dependable car. Drive it for as long as possible. Okay, guys? Don't have a car payment. Okay? Guys, that's the way to save money. That's how women end up broke, because the majority of women have no savings, have no retirement. They're cooked.
See, here's a difference too. When we were coming up in our 20s, AJ, that I've noticed, banks used to protect you from yourself almost. Now they won't do that. They'll let you hang yourself, basically. I was an early guy. I was in the military. I was making steady, fixed income, guaranteed income the next 3 years. A bank still will not touch me for more than like $14,000 or $15,000 for a car. This was back in the early 2000s, late 90s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now they don't care, dude. If you got proof of income or whatever, they'll let you. Oh, you want to buy this? Cool. If you don't make the payments, we'll just take it back from you. They didn't used to be like that.
A lot of these places have in-house financing that have the really high interest rates, whereas before, guys, always use a third party for financing. Go to your bank, go to your credit union instead of going to an actual car lot and don't go to CarMax or Carvana or any of those idiotic places. But guys, usually it's always good to try and find a car that you could either buy cash or that you can. I would say if you're going to finance a car, have enough saved up to where you can put half the whole price down. So if you only have if you have an extra $5,000, $8,000, get like a, $17,000, $18,000 car. You know what I'm saying? You can put half down on it because there are plenty of cars out there, Corollas, Camrys. You can get an old Grand Marquis for like $7,000, $8,000 with 80,000 miles on it. I just saw one for sale the other day, an estate sale, fully loaded Grand Marquis, 80,000 miles, $7,900. Bro, that's the last car you ever need to buy. There's Camrys, there's Corollas, there's Priuses, there's Civics, Accords, sitting around, all the Honda Passports. You know what I'm saying? Just chilling. 4Runners, chilling. Get those, but don't get these high car payments, guys. Don't. That's how they get these chicks all the time. Cord, Colin, hey, what's up, guys?
So another good place to find a good vehicle is like your county auction or your state auction.
Yeah.
Because the state vehicles and county vehicles are religiously maintained.
Yep, that's true. Yep. And if you buy an old cop car, everyone's gonna slow down when you drive.
I've seen a rolling roadblock in southern Illinois.
A rolling roadblock,
old guy.
A rolling roadblock. That's awesome. Oh, man.
To find a point on it. But this is a very big deal because, according to the Journal, young women are the biggest spenders in America. So if they're not spending, that becomes a big issue for the economy overall because they're helping to keep the wheels of commerce turning. In case you don't know, consumer spending accounts for roughly 2/3 of total U.S. economic activity. So what young women are doing in this regard is a very, very big deal. According to the Journal, though, there's already some red flags out there. For example, online searches for press-on nails as opposed to getting a manicure, up 10% since February. Also, going to the salon, apparently becoming less of a thing. Online searches for changing your hair from blonde to brunette, up 17% in the same time span. So it looks like women are starting to pull back, look for ways.
They're going from blonde to brunette. Is that Cam Hoflage? Oh!
They can economize and limit their discretionary spending, but then it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, because if women are afraid of a recession and therefore are cutting back on their spending, well, that just creates a greater chance of a recession because there's less spending going on. In fact,
women are spending less money. You guys know what I say to that?
That ain't got shit to do with me. Hey, that ain't got shit to do with me. That ain't got shit to do with me. Hey, that ain't got shit to do with me.
Tell you guys, they've told men that they don't need our money, our business, all that other stuff. So hey, you know what? This is what happens, guys, when you cater to women, right? They're fickle, guys. I told you guys that the wokey wokes, women, whatever, they are the most fickle audience. You say one wrong thing and you're cooked, and your business is cooked, right? You can, let's just say Korg has a bakery, right? Let's just say Korg's got the best bakery in town, and he does cakes for whatever, but he's dumb enough to cater towards women. So bachelorette parties, all this other stuff. But he's the best bachelorette cake making party there is, right? All of a sudden, it might come out that he says something that's like anti-LDHG TV. Uh-oh. Even though he's the best at what he does, they're going to say,
how dare you?
And his business is going to suffer. Whereas men, we don't care. Unless you really, really piss us off. Black Superman says he loves his Accord. There you go, man. Right on. Black Superman says women will spend your money and save theirs. Facts. They say that their money is their money and your money is their money too, guys. Don't fall for it.
Dude,
if you guys want a Coke bottle shaped thing to spend money on, go and buy an old muscle car. You know, that you can spend money on those curves. You know what I'm saying? Go buy an old muscle car. You know, that'll scratch the itch for you. Lenny, you were saying?
Well, dude, I was getting an oil change last week, and a brand new Accord, still stickering base model at under 30. It was like 26,000. This is in coastal North Carolina, but still very affordable for a supercar that you can drive the wheels off of. Not as good as the old ones, but yeah.
Well, the base model with that 1.5 liter turbo, that 1.5 liter turbo is trash.
That's what turned me off.
It sucks, man. The 2 liter is great, guys. If you're gonna get any newer Honda that has the turbo, guys, you got to go with the Sport because that has the 2 liter turbo in it, and it's good. But that 1.5 liter, it's horrible. And guys, also don't get the new Toyotas. Don't get the new Tundra with that Turbo 6, and don't get anything that has that 2.4 liter turbo in it. I cannot believe that a Toyota pickup truck in the 4Runner is not reliable. How big of an idiotic move do you have to do to take some of those reliable vehicles that you see them driving in Afghanistan with machine guns pointed on it back in the day, and now the new ones are freaking blowing up with barely any miles on them, right? Lenny can tell you he was over there, right? Toyotas.
We had fleets of those things. They never broke down, dude. That's what we had for all the officers, and we had some for our workspaces. Yeah, all over the place. They never broke down ever. I never saw one break down.
My friend, he's Ethiopian, and he took some of his European friends to Ethiopia, and there's a place where it's like it's below the altitude of the Dead Sea, so it's actually like one of the lowest below sea levels places there is, and the water is so acidic, like you can't touch it, it'll burn your skin. You know what I'm saying? So people go and they throw stuff in the water, blah, blah. But they had like a 2015, 2017 Land Cruiser, and he's into Beamers, he's into all these luxury cars, but he said he couldn't believe the fact that it was basically like Djibouti, how hot it was, and that thing never skipped a beat. They were driving over big holes and boulders. It was the AC's blowing cold, the engine's not overheating. I'm like, but that's what Toyota used to mean. Guys, you can go get yourself like a 97, 98 Land Cruiser with like 160,000 miles, and it's still brand new. You can put 400,000 miles, and that Tundra, someone says a Tundra.
I have a 4Runner.
What year?
Early 2000.
There you go.
There you go. Good girl. Atta girl.
Yeah. This Tundra, the 5.7. There's a guy. He actually just got a new Tundra from Toyota because he put 1 million miles on his Tundra. So they gave him like a 4 or 5-year-old one.
Well, it's perfect advertising.
Yeah, and then they have it in their like showroom at the headquarters.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, but actually, as a matter of fact, the original founder of Toyota, his whole principle was that you build a car so good and so reliable that when a husband and wife, when they have a kid, to make sure that the kid will also then turn around and buy a Toyota. They would never even think about buying anything else.
Or they had Victor Shepard, a Louisiana-based contractor, hit 1 million miles in his 2007 Tundra in 9 years. The original engine and transmission. Toyota bought the truck for engineering analysis, gave him a new Tundra, which he drove 1 million miles again.
Yeah, they're going to reverse engineer it to where one will never run that long again.
Look at that. Well, they already did because the new ones don't run this long.
I would never buy new anything.
No, guys, I can't think of a single new vehicle that I would buy other than the new Prius. That's the only new car that I would buy. But other than that, all the cars I would buy are older.
I bought one, but I had to do it once. But I sold it for more than I bought it for, so it was fine.
Oh, really? Yeah. Guys, I think that the pinnacle of automotive engineering is about 1990 to about 2007. Because the 90s cars, the 90s Accords, Integras, even the Cavaliers, the Focus, it was the most advanced, simple technology that there was.
My 2000 Focus was the best car ever.
Yeah. The Lexus and all of them, they were still very simple. They didn't have all the touch screens and trying to have all the automatic sensors that make the car stop. All that crap started happening in the late 2000s, early 2010s. But if you actually look at the old beaters that are still on the road, the majority of them are from the 90s. Infinities, Lexus, Toyota, Fords, Buicks. You know what I'm saying? They're still on the road today and cheap to fix, easy to find parts for.
Yeah, junkyard anywhere.
Yeah, why I would keep the 2000s in there is because a lot of those models ran over into the 2000s.
Right.
But once those 2010s hit, guys, I don't put a one, if you're like me, I don't like all this technology in cars now. Like, I have a Prius, and guys, it's got the touch screen, but that's it for the
They're
Bluetooth.
starting to pull the touch screens out because people are rebelling.
Yeah, but Colin, you're a VW guy.
Yeah.
The 2024. Hold on, and guys, I can talk about cars all day. 2024 GTI interior.
There's just extra point of failures with all the tech.
Guys,
Exactly.
there are no buttons
And
on
they're
the
distractions,
interior
too.
of the new GTI. There's no buttons. It's all touchscreen. Hold on.
I hate that. I need the buttons. Well, you can code your car with all the buttons, so you can do whatever you want to it.
But the issue is that you don't put buttons on a steering wheel,
Right.
because you just kind of touch it a little bit and your volume goes ah. But look, there's no buttons. Oops, sorry.
Oh, I disagree with that because I have buttons on the steering wheel of my Mazda, and at first I thought they were stupid, but I love being able to control the radio and everything.
No, you missed my point.
It's touch screen steering wheel, so
they
you're
have
gonna
touch screen on the steering wheel, and no. You guys look, see, there's no buttons.
Yeah, no, I don't.
This
like
is
that.
touch. So now they're in 2025. They're going back to the buttons. But people were saying, "Yo, I go to turn the wheel, and all of a sudden, my volume goes through the roof, or my AC thing goes up really high." You know.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
anyways,
One of the
I don't like backup cameras. I don't like lane assists. I don't like any of that crap. Just let me drive the damn car. You know what I'm saying?
You know the story behind the backup cameras? They're now being mandated, and I've said this in other shows, that government causes inflation. Some doctor inadvertently ran over his toddler.
Damn.
And lobbied Congress to make backup cameras mandatory on new vehicles.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
This happened. This happened back in like 2016, 2017. So if you look now, every model of car beginning in 2018 production is by federal law required to have a backup camera. So even the shittiest of the shit Kias, they will have a crappy little camera, even if it's only a little tiny 3x2 inch screen. They are required to have a camera starting with all 2018 models.
You know what the worst is, Colin? My brother's car was getting worked on, and he had a Chrysler 300 as a rental car. And yo, did you know that these idiots put the backup camera right near the license plate light, so you can't see anything at night when you put the backup. He was like, "This piece of junk. What are you doing?" So, but that's Chrysler for you.
Is that a woman engineer?
When I first started to drive, I was given I want to say it was an 83 Chrysler Volare. So I had a slant 6 with manual brakes, but an automatic transmission.
Yeah.
And I think that cars should be required to have that. So all these mostly young women out there are forced to pay attention to their damn driving.
Yeah. I learned to drive on an 85 Chevy S10 for the 4-speed. And if you turn the car and you're going through a turn and the clutch was in, it would shut the car off, and then the wheel would lock.
Yeah.
So you had to have
the
clutch out. Yeah. But it was a beast though. It's 4-wheel drive. You know, we used to go to construction sites and go mudding. You know, my dad's like, off-roading in this truck. And there was one time, I don't think I told you guys the story, but we went and it was raining out, so we're going through all the mud at the construction site, and it had started to dry up. So we went through this other little place that had grass, and then we washed the whole truck. Like, he's never gonna know. So he's like, "Get out here!" There was dandelions on the undercarriage. Like, oh shit, he got us. And we got in trouble. But let's finish this.
Spiral for the economy as a whole. And that's a little bit troubling, even though we're putting a light touch on this.
I want to know if this economist who said women are sensitive is in fact a woman or is it a man?
There you go, right? There you go. Oh, it's an evil misogynist man. An evil misogynist man.
Okay, it better be a woman.
But I think women tend to, since for whatever reason, do a lot more of the shopping or have more retail experience than guys, they tend to be more sensitive to changes.
Yeah, guys, that's really something that I'm looking for in a chick is retail experience.
In prices, changes in economic conditions. And so getting past all my glib little comments earlier, this is potentially a very big deal, because once you start seeing any consumer group pulling back on spending, that signals that the economy is slowing down, and a slower economy means job losses and less
blah, 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 right?